Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Meg Phillips, Vice President Program of the International Council on Archives, and I'm co-chair of the ICA Abu Dhabi 2023 Congress Program Committee. I'm here with 4 other representatives of the Program Committee, and we will drop in the chat the names of all the members of the committee who've been hard at work on the program since last winter. This is a distinguished international group of archivists, and it's been a real pleasure to work with them. We will each introduce ourselves when we begin to speak. Our goal today for this webinar is to announce the publication of the preliminary program for the Congress, which is the culmination of many months of work on the part of the authors who submitted their proposals and the program committee. We've received so many excellent proposals that we've been able to construct an unusually large, varied, and engaging program that showcases the most exciting developments in archives, records, and related fields. Archivists all over the world should find sessions they can't wait to hear and that are relevant to their current needs. We're very excited to have launched the preliminary program, and we can't wait to attend the Congress ourselves to hear these papers and meet all of you. So in this webinar, we're going to give you an overview of the themes, the sub-themes, and some of the specific topics that will be covered in the ICA Abu Dhabi 2023 Congress this coming October. And we'll also give you some logistical details that will make your travel planning easier. The webinar, presented by 5 members of the Congress Program Committee, will be about half an hour long, including an overview of the Congress and why you will want to attend. Then members of the Program Committee will introduce some of the key topics in the papers under each of the Congress's sub-themes. Finally, my co-chair on the committee, Hamad Almesaabi, the representative of the National Library and Archives of the United Arab Emirates, will go over some practical information about the Congress venue and other details you may want to know before you travel. At the end, we'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. You can enter questions in the webinar question and answer function, the Q&A function, at any time. And if we can answer them at that moment, we certainly will. We have some support from the Secretariat staff, who I thank very much for their help in making this webinar happen. And they may be able to answer questions as well behind the scenes. So thank you again for joining us. We can't wait to introduce the professional program for the Congress this coming October. And with that, let's get started. My co-chair, Hamad, I hope that you will please introduce the Congress for us.
Thank you so much, Meg, for the introduction. Hi, everyone. My name is Hamad Mutairi. I'm the Director of Archives Department at the National Library and Archives in the United Arab Emirates. I'm also co-chair with Meg in the program committee for the Congress in Abu Dhabi 2023. So, as Meg said, we are all excited about this event, and we cannot wait to communicate with experts, archivists, people from different disciplines to discuss the future of the archives, the future of the records management, and how to enrich knowledge societies with documents, facts, and other things that will help us to reach the objectives and the goal of the Congress. So we decided to take you through a little bit history about the Congress. So as you all know, the ICA was established 75 years ago. And one of their goals is to enrich the societies with the right knowledge about the archives and records management. So as you can see here in this diagram, the history of the Congress. And we are very happy to host for the first time in the Arab region this important event in the UAE representing the Arab region, and to benefit from all the experts coming from different parts of the world to participate and engage and inspire each other to come up with solutions to level up the archiving and records management in general. So why to attend this event in UAE, in Abu Dhabi? So I guess it's a good chance to experience the Arabic culture and to see UAE and Abu Dhabi and to exchange our experience and culture in this part of the world. It's also a good chance to connect minds, to listen to each other about our challenges, about issues that we are facing, but also to come up with solutions, to think about what are the things, the strategies that we need to consider, projects, initiatives, things that can help us to boost the way that we are working in the archiving and record management field. And it's also a good chance for us to discuss the future of this profession and the relationship and the intersection between archiving and record management with the other part of the sciences, such as technology, finance, legal, and all different sciences that might be interacting with records management and archives management as well. So I guess it will be a great chance for us to meet, not only during the event venue, but also in the cultural event and the coffee breaks, and to exchange knowledge about this field. So as you all know about the main theme of the Congress is enriching knowledge society. And we do have sub-themes. We will be talking about details of those sub-themes in minutes. So the first sub-theme is peace and tolerance. So how archives and records can support peace and show that we really can benefit from the records and that we have to support peace and tolerance everywhere. And of course, the second sub-theme is emerging technology, because it's a very important topic nowadays. We need to be aligned in terms of strategies, implementation of projects, how to utilize the power of technology. There are several now technologies such as blockchain, artificial intelligence, and other technologies that can help us to do our day-to-day activities in different, advanced, effective ways. Sustainable knowledge, sustainable planet, archives and records management, and climate changes. So we do have, we affect and we get affected by those aspects. So during the event, we'll be talking about several things that can help us to have a sustainable record, sustainable archive, sustainable knowledge in general. Trust and evidence, how to make sure that we can use the documents to prove the facts, and to also make sure that whatever we are presenting is authentic and coming from a trusted source. We all know that even in using social media and other types of platforms, we might have also misinformation or wrong information. So how archives can support this aspect. And of course, our ultimate goal is to provide those records, those archives collections to people, to researchers, by having access and enriching also our memories. Going to the main actually purpose of today's event is to take you through the Congress schedule as a high level first. So as you can see, in the second, the first and second day will be this 7th of October and 8th of October will be the governance meeting for the ICA, for the program committee meeting, and for the executive board meeting. And it will be in the Shangri-La Hotel. And then on the 9th of October, we will have the ICA governance meetings, branches, and the workshops as well will be in the main event venue, which is Abu Dhabi National Exhibition Center. And it will be a full day of workshops. And I really encourage you to go through the website and go to the full program to go through the workshops that we will be having on that day. And then the most important day for us will be the opening day, which is the 10th of October. So we will have the opening ceremony, and then we will start the Congress sessions. And also we will have a hackathon where students will be in a competition to come up with ideas, proposals to benefit the field of records management. And at that day also, we will have also the General Assembly. So this will be a very, important day for us because we have so many key events happening on that day. The second day of the Congress will be 11th of October. We will continue the Congress sessions, the hackathon, and we will have the fan lunch. And at the evening, we will have the gala dinner at Emirates Palace, and I will be speaking about that later. On the 12th, we will continue the sessions, and we will also have the youth forum during that day. And the last day, and the Congress will be the 13th of October, and where we will have the closing ceremony. So with that, I would like to invite my colleague Marianne to go through the theme and sub-themes sessions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Hamad. I'm Marianne Deraz. I'm the ICA Programs Manager, and I'm working with the Congress Program Committee on delivering the program, and I'm honored to be with you today. After hearing you, Hamad, I'm sure that the audience is very interested in getting an overview of some of the most important topics discussed in each sub-themes. So, Meg, could you tell us what will be discussed under the peace and tolerance sub-theme?
Thank you very much, Marianne. So peace and tolerance is the first of the sub-themes. As we know, archives are confronting a legacy of centuries of imperial and colonial expansion, which left a legacy of trauma, coercion, dispossession, and complicated, displaced and shared archival heritages. The 8 sessions in the peace and tolerance sub-theme explore the role and the impact of archives in establishing peace and tolerance in this environment. There are panels about trauma in archives, a special panel on the Tandanya Declaration, 4 years on, which was our effort as a community to promote a respectful and ethical relationship between archival institutions and indigenous communities. So there's a panel especially to reflect on what progress we've made as the archives world in that area. We'll be talking about repatriation and decolonization of archives and archives in the aftermath of conflict. All of these proposals and panels were really important and emotionally central to the work of archives going forward. This subtheme is particularly rich in presentations from Africa and the Arab world, but it also touches on Eastern Europe under communism and indigenous communities in Australia. The papers will be presented mostly in English, but we also have papers on the program in both Arabic and French. So I think this will be a wonderful and rich, meaningful encounter between archivists in support of peace and tolerance. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Meg. This sub-theme seems so exciting. Hasan, can I ask you about the emerging technologies, electronic records, and solutions sub-theme?
Good evening, everyone. I am Hasan Almesaabi. I'm a technical expert in the National Library and Archives of the United Arab Emirates, and I'm a Congress Program Committee. It's certainly a pleasure to speak with you tonight. As for the emerging technologies, electronic records, and electronic solutions, this sub-theme will hopefully focus on the solutions. During my work in the archives for over 18 years now, we've always listened to people saying we are still facing challenges with our paper documents. The challenges we will face with electronic records must be immense. We hope this conference will reverse this point of view because as a modern archivist, we like to believe that technology has been on our side, and it will certainly provide solutions for many issues and challenges concerning the management of records, including paper records. So we would like the participation in this. Something has the lion's share of participants. So I am personally excited about this, and we are looking forward to numerous solutions and up-to-date solutions to challenges in our field. We have seen the transformation technologies such as 4G and 5G implemented, which moved archives from the peripheries of many societies and many government structures to become central, as archives are the main repositories for information and knowledge. Welcome again.
Thank you so much, Hasan. This is a very, very promising sub-theme. Jenny, do you think you can tell us more about the access and memory sub-theme?
Sure, thanks, Marianne. I'm Jenny Wang from the School of Information Resource Management in Renmin University of China. It's my great honor to join in the program committee for the ICA Congress Abu Dhabi. I'll be more happy. I would be more than happy to introduce one of the stimulating sub-themes, access and memories. The orange part marked in the program. As Hamad mentioned just now, there was a big number proposal for this sub-theme. 112 have been accepted. The reviewers selected 30 papers and 3 panels. Therefore, there are totally 13 sessions under this sub-theme, including 10 sessions entitled Archival Community and the Collective Memory, Cultural Heritage, Access and Preservation. They're not only classic topics that have been explored in archive community for many years, but also new challenges in digital transformation. Some papers focus on social media too and record, oral history, digital humanities, and the government archives to share their fruitful research findings theoretically and practically. Among the 3 exciting panel discussions, I assume many audience might be particularly interested in the topic of new IC standard for describing archives. I do believe that those fantastic presentations from 26 countries will bring us knowledge sharing and completion of ideas. I'm quite sure you'll find more by yourself during the big event. That's all for my introduction. Thank you for your attention. Now I would like to give the floor back to Marianne. Would you please talk about what will be discussed under the section Trust and Evidence?
Thank you very much, Jenny. So the trust and evidence sub-theme has raised a lot of interest. We have 8 sessions in the program dedicated to it, and with papers in Arabic, in French, in English, and in Spanish, coming from a total of, well, 17 different countries, so 17 different angles. One of the major topics in this sub-theme is the question of archives serving as evidence. What is done, what is expected, and how to ensure reliability, sustainability, and integrity of records. And 2 sessions are particularly dedicated to this. The archives as evidence session, and the panel called Using Immersive Technology to Archive Lived Experience of Australia Stolen Generation, which you can find in the professional program. And with this topic is also with papers coming from Canada, France, Australia, Algeria, and South Africa and Italy. There is another major topic that emerged from this sub-theme, which is linked to the security of records and how to ensure it. The program has sessions on this, particularly the session Trust in Archives and the session Cybersecurity and Reliability. with papers from Switzerland, Saudi Arabia, Canada, and South Africa. There are a number of important topics in this subtheme, but one major and transversal question is linked to the management of public records and ensuring the citizens' trust. And we have sessions particularly dedicated to it with the one sustainability of public documents and another one on documenting the government processes, which are particularly interesting with papers coming from Ukraine, United Kingdom, China, United Arab Emirates, and Mexico. But there is one very important subtheme left here, which is sustainable knowledge, sustainable planets, archives, records, and climate change. Hasan, could you describe what will be discussed in this subtheme?
Thank you again, Marianne. This topic is of particular interest to us here in the United Arab Emirates because UAE will host the COP28 conference later this year. When we speak about sustainable knowledge, sustainable planet, archives, records, and climate change, we were amazed by the participation we received in this subtheme. And most importantly, the development of the philosophy concerning climate change and sustainability. As we believe the issue of climate change is an issue concerning decision making at the highest levels of policy. And we have found this principle evident in the participation that there is a relationship between decisions concerning policy regarding climate change and the quality with which archives and therefore records are managed. We are certainly excited to have received participants from all over the world and in various subjects. As we all know, that the subject of climate change is now at the forefront of all development goals worldwide. And what is better reference to the impacts of climate change on our planet than the archives? We're looking forward to hearing about this, and we hope you're looking forward as well to hearing about this relationship, this new relationship involving the speed with which information is exchanged and created, hosted by the archives, disseminated and accessible worldwide, that will hopefully is now working towards achieving our sustainable development goals worldwide. Thank you very much, Marianne and everyone.
Thank you, Hasan. That will be a very interesting program. And in addition, there will be also a series of 6 workshops planned on Monday, 9 October. They are free for the attendees of the Congress, and they will be on various subjects from designing an educational program to the international standards records in context that Jenny has mentioned. So everything is in the professional program. I invite you to check the link in the chat. But we also want to provide more information about the logistics of the Congress. And so Hamad, as representative of the host institution, would you please tell us what arrangements and facilities will be available?
Thank you, Vic. We said, I guess it would be better to just explain the venue of the event, which is Abu Dhabi National Center Exhibition in Abu Dhabi, which is also we wanted to show you where is it and how far is it from Dubai. It's not very far. It's just almost an hour drive, depends on the speed of the road. But it is very close to the main attractions of Abu Dhabi. We divided the space, the main space of the event, as you can see, in three parts. So on the right-hand side, you can see the conference hall, where we will be hosting the opening ceremony, the closing ceremony, and the main event of the Congress. We also will be having a different capital suites for the different sessions for the program, and it will be in the upper level of that venue. If you see the part in the middle with the red color stands, this is the exhibition area where institution, organization, partners will be demonstrating, showcasing their services, their archives, their collections in the exhibition area. And if you see the huge area on the left-hand side, this is the catering area. So it will be easy access for everyone to go to the break, have their lunch, and the snacks between the different sessions. We will also have different booths to serve coffee and snacks in different places within the overall facility. The gala dinner will be hosted in the Emirates Palace, which is iconic building in Abu Dhabi, one of the great hotels in Abu Dhabi and in the world. I guess recently they got an award regarding their services, and it's also in a great location in Abu Dhabi. So during this event, we will be having also a full program, and we will be serving local Emirati food. So you will experience this Emirati culture in this event. Regarding the cultural event, so along with the professional program, we will also have our cultural program. So there will be visits to the most important attractions and places and locations in Abu Dhabi and in Dubai. So you can see Ferrari World, Qasr Al Watan, Zayed, Grand Mosque, Louvre Abu Dhabi, the Expo site, Expo location in Dubai. We will have also several sessions how to make sadhu, for example, which is the theme of the Congress, traditional cuisine, our food, the recipes, and different also cultural activities. Also, one of the attractions that we selected is Etihad Museum to show the foundation of the Federation of the United Arab Emirates. I also wanted to say that all the transportation between the sites and the main venue of the Congress will be covered by the host. So you don't have to take care about those logistical requirements. Regarding the partner hotels, as you can see, there are so many hotels that we've contacted, and we got so many deals with them regarding having discount for our special guests that we have for the Congress. We also have discounts for air tickets and other logistical requirements. So please feel free to visit the website, and if you have any requirement, please just contact us to provide you with the right information. So just to refresh our minds about the main event. So the first day will be the 10th of October, opening ceremony and General Assembly. And then we will have the 11th of October. We will continue the program and the gala dinner. The 12th, we will continue the sessions and the hackathon and the youth forum. And the last day, which is the 13th of October, the closing ceremony. With that, I would like to thank you, and I will give the mic to Meg Phillips. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hamad. And thank you to all of my fellow program committee members. This has been a really fast moving and exciting overview of the newly released professional program. So the main point is to encourage all of our attendees to go look at the professional program, the preliminary program that we've just published, see the speakers, the countries, the topics, the outline of the program so you can decide which days you want to be there. Although the main professional Congress sessions will be held from Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with a closing ceremony on Friday, I encourage you to come for Monday as well, because the workshops will be very interesting and will be free. And many of the ICA groups are having open meetings that they invite you to attend as well. So Monday will be a fully engaging day of educational content. So please, thank you for joining us today for this introduction to the professional program. I encourage you to go look at the newly published professional program linked from the website that you see here. Please follow the Congress on our social media channels. And note that the early bird registration deadline is July 11th. So that's coming up very quickly. I hope that many of you will join us in Abu Dhabi. So with that, thank you again for joining us. We will stay online to answer questions. If you have questions that you think we might be able to answer, we're more than happy to. I encourage you to use the Q&A box so that we can quickly pick out the questions from all the wonderful greetings that we've gotten from all of you all over the world. It's really, really been fun to see people joining this webinar from so many different countries. So with that, you are welcome to disconnect. The content of the webinar is over, but we will stay online to answer questions. Thank you again to my co-presenters and to all of you for joining us.